She won international fame as a singing nun, starring in one of the biggest and most successful musicals of all time. We're talking, of course, about the wonderful Dame Julie Andrews and The Sound of Music. But it wasn't that particular role that truly took the Dame's breath away. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thanks as ever for your company today. I just really wanted to share this particular story with you because Dame Julie Andrews does have a new book out and it is a marvellous read. It's all about her Hollywood years, you know. I've been lucky enough to meet Dame Julie and she's one of these people, very gracious, very sweet, very kind. A little bit like another star that I got to spend some time with, Petula Clark, who's yet to become a Dame, should be, because she's another one that's done so much as an ambassador for Great Britain. I must tell you a funny story though about Petula. No, I'm digressing now. But when she came to the studio, you know, we were busy setting up and everything. And I didn't know she'd arrived early. And I sort of popped out into the area where all the desks and everything were. And I said, has anybody seen Petula Clark? And they're all young kids, you know, they're like, oh, no, didn't know, you know, that sort of thing. And the kitchen door opened and there was Petula Clark and she'd made a tray of teas for everybody. And I think they thought she was just somebody who'd come in and she'd offered one person a cup of tea and everybody else, oh, can I have one? Can I have one? Clueless as to who was making the tea, none other than the singing legend of Downtown herself, Petula Clark. We then went into the studio, had a ball of a time. Wonderful, wonderful lady, as is, of course, Dame Julie Andrews. And I wanted to share this story with you because this is what she told me. Way back in November 1948, Dame Julie was honoured and absolutely thrilled to appear in a Royal Command performance or Royal Variety performance, depending on what you wish to call them. They used to be called command performances because it was that the King and Queen commanded you to perform in front of them, which was wonderful, great honour. Now, Dame Julie, as I say, got to sing the national anthem to their majesties, which were, of course, King George and the Queen Mother, as we affectionately know her now, at the end of the show. What was interesting, though, that Dame Julie let slip was the fact that the big star of the show was the Hollywood superstar, Danny Kaye, who was in town at the Palladium during a season for an impresario called Val Parnell. And he decided to bring a lot of big Hollywood names, people like Dorothy Lamour and Bob Hope, and then also further down the line, people like Jerry Lewis, Dean Martin, Mickey Rooney, that sort of thing, you know. Now, so enamoured were the young princesses, Elizabeth and Margaret, that they literally had to beg the management to get tickets because Danny Kaye at the Palladium in that era was seen as like an international pop star. He was absolutely huge, selling out every single performance. Now, the princesses went to see him at the Palladium, so much so that Danny Kaye was then invited privately to entertain the royal family up at Windsor. He spoke about this in his book, which was amazing. Couldn't quite believe it. He loved it, obviously. But Dame Julie Andrews told me that, you know, at a 13-year-old girl, to be on the world famous stage of the London Palladium, to sing the national anthem in front of all of those people of the royal family then was simply absolutely breathtaking. Fast forward many years later, she's now standing in front of our gracious Majesty the Queen in Buckingham Palace, about to be made a dame. And I said to her, you know, were you nervous? And she said, absolutely. You know, the most nervous I've ever been because she is a great supporter of the British monarchy, naturally. And she said that when she came up, she couldn't quite remember exactly what Her Majesty the Queen said, you know, because she said you do have these moments where you think, I can't believe this is happening. This is like a dream. But what apparently Her Majesty did say was, I've been expecting you a lot sooner than this. What a lovely thing to say to someone like Dame Julie, who's been, of course, performing and entertaining us for so many years. They apparently had a wonderful chat, and Dame Julie told me that she floated out of the palace, obviously very thrilled, very honoured, and of course just overjoyed at meeting Her Majesty the Queen. It is nice when you get these stories that the celebrities share with you because it does make you realise that it is important to them. And more importantly, you know, being a dame or a sir around the world is not just good for that celebrity's career, but it's also very good in a sort of ambassadorial role for the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth because everybody's interested in it. Everybody wants to know what happened when you went to become a sir or a knight or whatever, you know, from the Queen or Prince Charles. They love to know the background story. And I do think in the shape of Dame Julie Andrews, What a star, even to this day, still looks absolutely brilliant. There's one thing I do want to share with you though. If you ever see the TV show Bridgerton, which is now the new big thing on Netflix, and you're thinking, I recognise that voice, you are correct. The narrative is supplied by none other than Dame Julie Andrews. Check it out. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.